Hi, everyone. Dan Eisner here from ZLC Employee Benefits Solutions. My passion is to work hard to find better ways for employee benefits. And I do this by partnering with finance and HR leaders in the market and by leveraging my relatively unique profile. I have more than 20 years of experience as an employee benefits advisor, and I have the skills as the only chartered professional accountant working in this industry in the local market. So, welcome to another one of my podcasts. You've likely heard about the prescription drug Ozempic, and if you haven't, you most certainly will soon enough. This podcast will address this relatively new drug, debunk some myths related to it, and try to set the tone for how we might think differently about it going forward. As always, I'm going to give you my thoughts, but I'm really interested to know what you think. In particular, what do you currently know about Ozempic, and how does that compare to what I have to say? Have my thoughts influenced the way you might think going forward? If not, why not? Also, if you like what you hear and want to learn more, be sure to hit the like button and follow me on my LinkedIn business page to be notified about other podcasts to come. Okay, let's get started. So there's a really good chance that you've heard something about the brand name drug Ozempic and have wondered what the fuss is all about. You may already be running into this drug on your employee benefits plan and wondering how it fits into a group benefits program. More likely, you might have seen ads on TV with actors walking around asking questions about the drug Ozempic without explicitly saying what the drug is or what it treats. It's also the latest drug to go viral from exposure from many TikTok personalities or celebrities promoting rapid weight loss using Ozempic. So it all begs the question, what's up with Ozempic? So to better explain, I really have to debunk a couple of myths. So while much of this discussion around this relatively new drug is about rapid weight loss, let's be clear. Ozempic was developed primarily for people with type 2 diabetes. Okay. Now, it's been in use for a little while, and many of the individuals with diabetes taking this drug also happen to notice some weight loss. And that said, while some people are actually taking Ozempic purely for weight loss, even though they don't have diabetes, they're often paying out of their own pocket, as most employee benefit plans in Canada do not cover this drug for anything other than diabetes. As well, the plans that are covering it when prescribed for diabetes are mostly developing pre-authorization criteria and processes to ensure that only type 2 diabetes is treated. Provincial drug plans also generally do not pay for coverage of this drug at this time. And even for diabetics, Canadian insurers and provincial government plans require them to use more cost-effective first-line therapies like metformin before ever being considered for Ozempic. Okay, so just wanted to get those myths out of the way. Now, much of the recent discussions around Ozempic and largely the criticisms of the drug are centered around the concept of people using a prescription drug to achieve weight loss. However, in my opinion, there's a few things that we really need to consider before making this determination. Okay, so I know some people are looking at this as a lifestyle drug. Given that people might be using Ozempic as a shortcut for weight loss instead of first looking to diet and exercise. I got to tell you, some of these criticisms really can be a result of obesity still not truly being recognized as a disease in Canada, as opposed to a lifestyle issue. Most people would likely reconsider critiquing the use of drugs to help manage diseases versus being used simply for lifestyle purposes. We can look to many other diseases out there currently that are treated with drugs, and we don't criticize why people have come down with those diseases. So, if Ozempic does in fact help achieve weight loss, wouldn't that mean better health in general for employees? Would that not be worth the cost? When you take a look at the overall long-term health, in general, individuals with excess weight often have other health-related issues. They often may have hypertension, high cholesterol, depression. So the cost savings of those individuals coming off all those existing medications in the long term would most certainly outweigh the cost of Ozempic. Also, if an obese individual can use Ozempic to lose weight, it could really be motivating for them to go further and now incorporate diet and exercise to really achieve some weight loss goals. They might see some initial quick results and then get motivated to see more and believe that long-term weight loss is actually possible. As well, some individuals may not even be able to get started with an exercise regimen without the help of some initial weight loss in order to facilitate greater mobility for exercise. Most organizations in Canada are currently focused on meeting the varying needs of employees also through diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. It might be argued that overweight employees have their own specific needs, and that investments in weight loss drugs could be seen as being beneficial in the same way as many other DEI initiatives. So, hopefully, there's some food for thought for you there to look at this in a different way. So, Ozempic, let's just call it for what it is. It's become a top 10 drug, even a top 5 prescription drug in Canada for employee benefits plans. And we do not expect this to subside for quite some time. But we got to see past all this social media rhetoric and debunk the myths that they are creating. And recognize that at this time, this drug is primarily used to treat severe cases of diabetes, and that's a good thing. More importantly, though, I think we need to recognize that Ozempic is truly a revolutionary drug with those with severe diabetes, but it also could be a revolutionary drug for weight loss. If that's the case, employee benefit plan sponsors might be interested in taking a more holistic view of their employee benefits plan and incorporating the use of Ozempic or other similar weight loss drugs to help employees achieve well-being goals and generally meet the needs of all employees. Okay, now that you've heard my thoughts, would love to know what you think. Was this advice helpful? How does this compare to what you're hearing from your current advisor or other advisors in the market? If your advisor isn't providing you information on drugs like Ozempic as part of their regular services, why not? Please let me know your comments. As well, I'm really interested to know if there are other current topics that you'd like to see me cover in future podcasts. Let me know what's bothering you, keeping you awake at night with respect to your employee benefits plans. So thanks again for joining me today. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for a notification on the next video podcast, or you can follow me on my LinkedIn business page, Dan Eisner, Employee Benefits Advisor, and all that information will come up on the screen in a second. Thanks so much.